Hi, gorgeous. This is episode number 227. You are listening to HeartSells podcast. I'm your host, Christine Schlonski, and it is another Variety Friday. I am so super pumped you're here. Thank you so much for tuning in, for investing your time and hanging out with me. I'm so grateful that you have chosen to spend time with me. So over the last weeks, basically, I have gotten lots of feedback that you especially love the Variety Fridays, which really puts a huge smile on my face and makes my heart sing, because that is a day where it's my solo episode and I'm just sharing my advice, my resources with you, answer your questions, and just let you know how I am building my business, how I am selling from my heart, and how I'm making that big impact in the world. So today, because we have just launched the 4th Sales Mentality Makeover Masterclass, I want to talk about the masterclass. And I would encourage you to take that idea that I'm describing here and ask yourself, how can you implement this to your business? Would it be good for you to have something that you are putting out in such a format, or maybe like a smaller format, but something that really helps you to support your message in a bigger way? So when I started my business about 2 years ago was when I really, really left my job, when I received my last paycheck, and when I was on my own. And I was thinking, how can I make a big difference? Because obviously I didn't have a big name in the industry. Like, nobody really knew who I was. And I wanted to make sure that I have that fast, that people get to know me, that I can spread my message. So I thought about what I can do. And the idea of an online event where I bring together people that I interview, that I ask questions, that provide value came to me. Usually it's called an online summit, but I truly believe what I'm producing is so much more than just a summit. So I would love to call it like online event or master classes, because it does have a new level, I believe. So here are my thoughts, depending where you are in your business, like really think about it. What kind of influence would you like to make? Are you more like the person who is happy with a handful of clients, who, gets their energy from serving one-on-one and maybe wants to play in the local game, like you want to be known in your town or your city or your state or whatever, or are you the person who actually gets a lot of energy from more people? And that's something that's very personal, and you have to define that for yourself. But I figured I want to make this big impact, and for a big impact, obviously you can make that with one person, right? When you help them change their life, you made a big impact. What I mean when I talk about impact is I wanted to impact more people that I can impact one-on-one or in a group coaching that I do run, and they are amazing. But I was looking for ways, how can I have my message out there? How can I be supported by other amazing heart-centered experts, speakers, influencers, authorities in their field, so that they help me to get my message out, and at the same time, I help them to get their amazing message out. Because oftentimes we are not even aware of this amazing person. We've never heard their name, and yet we get introduced, we fall in love instantly, and maybe we even consume their products or services, and everything in our life changes. Maybe you already had one of those moments where somebody said, well, do you know? And then they put in some name and you say, no, I've never heard of them. And you look them up and you fall in love instantly with what they do, and you are super excited. You feel that deep connection. So for the Sales Mentality Makeover Masterclass, which is already the 4th edition, right? It's number 4. Again, there are over 25 speakers with amazing topics to support you with spiritual and practical steps so that you can increase your sales and create true wealth without losing your authenticity. So everybody is teaching in the fields of sales, mindset, money, and wealth creation. And some of the amazing people already have been on HeartSells podcast. So I'm quite sure you are familiar with the wonderful David Newman or with the outstanding Sigrun, with Ian Altman, Larry Levine, who have already been on HeartSells podcast, as well as Steve Faber, Dan Kushel, Wendy Weiss. And yep, that's basically the list who you already had the opportunity to listen to, but now this is a different setting. Every speaker is going deep on some advice that they would share with their loved ones if they only could give one advice. So this is something that triggers growth. This is something where we're going deep on that one question, besides the question of the path they have taken, because we all know that sometimes we get so stuck by seeing other people and we get into the comparison game. And that comparison game usually leads to where we feel less than, right? Because they already have their $1 million business. They already have their 8-figure business. They already have X amount of followers or whatever it is. So don't get caught up. Stay with you, stay with your message, stay with your awesomeness and your amazing gifts, because there is only you who can give it in a way you can give it. So there is no need for comparison. It's your path and it's your speed. There's no need to worry. Obviously, you need to take action and do it step by step, but stop that hardcore hustle and grind and forgetting about your life, which we all get into. Totally get it. And I'm not saying I'm not guilty right now. I am super busy with this masterclass, kicking it off, preparing it for you, getting it into the world. There were days that had long hours. But it comes from love. It comes from excitement, as you probably can even hear through my voice, through this podcast. And I'm so pumped that I get to share this with you. And that's already the 4th edition, right? The 5th edition is going to come out May 2021. So don't miss this one, because you have to wait a whole year. And obviously it will be new speakers, experts, influencers, authorities in the field that I will be interviewing for you that bring you a true lesson they have learned in their life. And this lesson will add tremendous value to your business. So I'm just going to ask you, what can you put into the world that helps you to spread your message? Because obviously with people sending now people to the masterclass, I will grow my list and I will give all the other speakers a bigger stage, right? Because we are all coming together on this project, which is super exciting. And people are sending out emails, they are posting on social media, they are proud to be a part of this because I provided an amazing speaker journey. And so think about it, what can you do to have that in your business? It doesn't need to be like an online summit. You can do something smaller, but how can you have this effect on your audience where you actually grow your audience in a pretty short period of time, but you also get them to know you, to put yourself in a project together with the other amazing speakers that you have chosen that are aligned with your message, right? There's so many speakers where I'm thinking oh my goodness, this is such an amazing message and it so aligns. It really kind of pulls me in from their energy, and I'm so excited that I get to share this with you, because we all know happy people make people happy. Hurt people hurt people. You've heard me say that before. So I really want to invite you that you join the Sales Mentality Makeover Masterclass number 4, which you can find at christineschlonski.com/masterclass. And then you type in the number 4. And then you get to the registration page where you can see all the speakers. But here are just some teasers from the sales arena, right? So David Newman is talking about solo sales success, how to win more business when you are the business. So this is true for every entrepreneur, right? Then Sigrun is going to share how you can sell in challenging times. I will be sharing, for example, how to redefine your sales mindset with the sales power formula that I have created for you. Then we have the amazing Sharon Lecter, who has been a co-author of so many amazing books like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Think and Grow Rich for Women. I mean, she has so much knowledge. It's just unbelievable. And she's going to talk about playing big and how to be number one in your field, live your legacy, and create maximum impact. Ian Altman, I mean, he is one of the sales gurus. He was elected in the top 30 sales gurus in the world. He's talking about standing out from the competition and shift the focus from price to value. So important, right? Then Coach Michael Bird, how to sell like a monster. And what's a monster? Well, a monster is a legendary creature. So figure out what he has to say. And I can go on and on and on and on in that list. You will be blown away. Way down to day 7 of the masterclass, where we have the topic of money and wealth creation. And there we have Susie Carter, who's going to talk about how to reshape your relationship with money. Just thinking about Susie's story is going to blow your mind. She was one of 9 kids in the family she grew up with. 9 kids. And her parents just didn't have enough money, right? And she turned her own mindset and shifted and created several businesses, 2 of them to the 8 figures. So that means more than $10 million. Coming from total scarcity and lack, being a mom really, really early herself, and then figuring out what to do in her life, starting as a hairdresser to now being a serial entrepreneur and creating that success. So you really want to tune in. I even have a bonus with Scott Talbert, who has been on the Heart-Centered Lead Generation Summit, and he is going to share the common compliance roadblocks and easy solutions, because we are all online. So we need to understand how we need to show up, what we need to have in place, so we are kind of safe from the standpoint of, are we applying to the laws that we have to follow? Do we have the right privacy policy and disclaimer and all this stuff in place? So he's talking about that. And as you can hopefully tell, I'm so super excited to share these amazing people with you and their success stories, because I want to inspire you. I want to help you grow. I want for you to be confident, to own your awesomeness, to really go out and shine with your message. May it be to millions or just a handful of people. You choose. But one thing you can't do is you can't waste your gifts. So you need to learn how to sell, and you need to learn how to sell with ease, grace, and confidence, and to ask your price. And each of these speakers will contribute to that learning process. And you will know exactly who to listen to, who is in alignment with you, where to tune in. So again, back to the lesson for this episode. What can you take from the idea that I just shared of how I got fast to be known in the market, to get people onto my email list, to share my message, and also to create a stage, right? It's been 2 years now where I've been working on the masterclasses regularly. And one thing leads to the other, like all the amazing relationships I created with these people I connected with. The stage I created grew bigger and bigger and bigger, from Masterclass 1 to Masterclass 2 to the Sales Mentality Makeover Masterclass 3, and now number 4. And it will be growing. It will be the thing in the market that you want to go to, that you are waiting for once a year to be created, to be available. So what can you create in your business that has some kind of consistency, that is a ton of fun for you, that brings tremendous value to your audience and adds an enormous amount of people to your email list, to your audience, so you can serve more in a better and bigger way. I would love to know. So if you're willing to share any feedback, just write me an email to info@christineschlonski.com. I love to read your comments, your emails. I love to receive your questions. And just know that I'm here. I'm cheering you on. I believe in you, even if you don't believe in yourself right now, because I know that this is what it takes to move you forward. And sometimes we don't believe in ourselves enough. And then you need to have someone in your corner cheering you on. And I want to be this person. So thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for allowing me to have that opportunity to cheer you on, because I know you are amazing. You have beautiful gifts, and all you need to do is to unleash them into this world to give more, because money follows success. The more success you have, and that is a term you create for yourself, what does success mean for you? But the more you have, the more money will follow and the more amazing stuff you can do. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a wonderful day wherever you are in this beautiful world. And don't forget to sign up for the Sales Mentality Makeover Masterclass at christineschlonski.com/masterclass number 4. Have a wonderful day.